The city of Tokyo will not have any street collections. In this video, I'm going to explain why, and you will be very surprised. Only a small section of the entire city was released in the initial release in August of 2023, with about 20,000 properties. Upland also announced that there would be anywhere between 22 and 28 collections in that city, and none of them are going to be street collections. Looking at the addresses to these properties in Tokyo, I had a difficult time making sense of these address names in Upland, but after diving deeper into this topic, I managed to make sense of it, and you wouldn't believe it, but it's more complicated than understanding Upland. And in this video, I'm going to explain how it works as well. I'm YK2012, founder of the Upland Guide. On this channel, you can learn everything you need to know about the Upland metaverse, tutorials, strategy, tips, tricks, and a lot more. Please hit that subscribe button and share this with a friend. So I usually leave the punchline till the end of the video, but it's critical to understanding exactly how this address system works. So the reason that there aren't going to be any street collections in Tokyo is because in all of Japan, the streets don't actually have names. Now, as an aside, I don't know what it's like actually in Japan with understanding all of these addresses, but I know that from an Upland perspective, personally, I find this naming system to be much better than what we see in all the other cities. Now, the first thing that you probably find quite confusing when looking at this address is that we can see that it's part of Shibuya City, but also in Tokyo. And you might be thinking, wait, Tokyo is the city, and why is there another city called Shibuya City? Tokyo is actually the name of the state, or as they call it in Japan, prefectures. So when you're looking at a map of Japan and you see the actual area of Tokyo, you're actually looking at the entire state of Tokyo and not necessarily the city itself. So when breaking down this address naming convention, we're going to start at the largest and break it down to the smallest. So the largest entity is the prefecture itself, which is Tokyo. Zooming in one step, we're actually looking at the municipality, and in this case, this is the municipality of Shibuya City. Within Shibuya City, we have a number of neighborhoods, and the neighborhood is the next level which we zoom into. For this property, the neighborhood is Dogenzaka. Now, up until now, it starts making a lot of sense, and I really like this naming convention, because when I'm searching for properties, you can see here that you actually see the name of the neighborhood in the address itself. This is really useful, because if I know the neighborhood value, which is the cost in UPX per 1 up squared in a specific neighborhood, I can easily calculate the original mint price of this property. And from that, I can obviously calculate the markup as well. If you want to learn more about the property card and calculating original mint prices, take a look at the video in the upper right hand corner or in the description below. So now that we've broken it down to the neighborhood level, what we have left is the 3 digits and this word chome. So this property is 2 chome 52. There are instances where the word chome is left out and you would just see 2-5-2. The first number 2 refers to the chome, and the chome is essentially a district, so it is a smaller region within a neighborhood. The second number is the banshi, which refers to the block. Now you're probably saying, YK2012, you just said that there are no streets, so how is there a block? Now the block actually refers to the area between streets. Comparing this to an address in North America, what you have is you have the street, and on both sides of the street, it shares the same street name. However, in Japan, those would be parts of 2 different banshis or blocks. And lastly, you have the house number, which is part of that banshi or block. Now, you might find that 2 houses that are next to each other might not have consecutive house numbers. And that's because the house numbers were often given in the order in which the house was built within that banshi. I hope that this quick video is able to help you understand all of the different addresses that we can find in Tokyo. If you plan on actually visiting Tokyo, make sure to watch other videos, not just this one, as there is a lot more complexities to this naming convention. Once you get into the actual buildings themselves and the different floors or the different cities, it's extremely complicated. So this was a very basic introduction to help you navigate Tokyo in the Upland metaverse. Now, one last word about the collections. We know that Upland will plan additional expansions of the city, and with anywhere between 22 and 28 total collections, I think that we can expect only a small handful of those collections to be revealed in this initial release. Ahead of the collection reveal, I see a lot of people asking me questions and grappling with the fact, should I hang on to the property hoping that it might be in a collection, or should I sell it before the collection reveal, while people are still speculating around where these collections will be. To help you answer that question, continue watching this next video.